Hello, my name is Christy Benz and I am here from the YMCA. I'm here to introduce you to some movement training, something that maybe will help you as you journey through your cancer and health issues. Today, we're going to be doing all our training in a chair, and it can be done with or without weights. If by chance you don't have weights, you can always use water bottles or something in your pantry that you can hold. We want to always make sure that we start an exercise program or event with the warm-up. The warm-up is the foundation of a safe and successful program. So please join me as we warm up our body. So first, we want to start with our arms up, and we're just going to reach up for the ceiling. Reaching up for the ceiling. We need to be sitting tall in our chairs, and our tummy needs to be nice and tight. Now why don't we add to this, adding the lower body, and that would be just adding a knee lift, if you're able. If you'd rather just focus on the arms, that's fine, or maybe just the legs. We just want to warm things up. So as we move, we want to think about breathing. We want to breathe in through our nose and out our mouth. Now stay nice and tall in your chair and keep your tummy nice and tight. Nice job. Let's bring our arms down and let's just roll our shoulders. Let's roll them back. Way up high and behind us, forward and around and back. And then what if we reverse that? Roll them forward, back and forward, back and forward. So now we're going to get our arms moving a little bit. So think about jumping rope. So our arms are just kind of turning around like a fake jump rope. And let's add a heel tap with it, adding the lower body. And again, we're in a chair, right? And we're just moving our bodies while we're sitting down. Think of using your arms, tapping out, getting the upper body and the lower body working together, warming up the body. A few more. And then we'll get a little bit more dynamic. How about some jumping jacks? I bet you didn't know you could do jumping jacks in a chair. Here we go. We're just tapping one leg out and raising the arms. If maybe your arms don't want to raise so high, that's okay. You can swing them out in front of you. So just moving the upper body and the lower body together at your own pace, whatever is comfortable for you. How about a few more here? And we have our palms up. And we're going to rotate. And when we do this, I want you to lift up your left heel as you rotate to the right and find the center, and then lift up the right and rotate to the left. So we're just working on our spinal rotation. And again, let's do one more each side. And last time, and center. Give yourself a big hug, stretching your shoulders and then open up the chest and maybe look up to the ceiling. And give yourself a big hug and open up. How about one more? Nice big hug and open. Let's raise our arms back to the ceiling, and it's like we're reaching to grab, reaching and grab. So we're stretching the side seams of our body. I am feeling pretty warm, and I hope you are too. So if you have something you can hold, any kind of weights, please grab them now. And if you don't need them. You'll be perfectly fine without them. So we want to be sure that we're sitting nice and tall in our chair. So that means our chest is up and our shoulders are back and down and our tummy is nice and tight. Keeping our arms straight with our knuckles forward, they're hanging right alongside our body. This is where we start and this is where we stop. We're just going to straighten our arms and kick them back and bring them back to the start point. Kick them back and bring them back to start. So we're working the back of our arms. We call that the triceps. Kick back and control in. We want to avoid the swinging motion. We want to keep our body in control. So kicking back. What if we add to this? What if we added a heel tap with it? And again, if you need to only focus on one part of the body, that's fine. So here we've got upper body movement and lower body movement. Just tapping as we kick those arms back. So hopefully you're feeling a little heat in the back of your arms. How about one more each leg? And let's bring our weights on our legs and just get a little rest here. And maybe just kind of wiggle your shoulders around and wiggle your body around a little bit. So now we have our arms hanging right alongside our body. We have our palms facing inward. Now we're gonna bring our weights up towards our shoulders, and watch me. I'm gonna lift my elbows up, no higher than the shoulders. I'm gonna bring the elbows down and then release the weights. So this would be for our biceps here, and then this would be for our shoulders. And release it. Again, we should be nice and tall on our chairs. Our tummies should be nice and tight. And release. Again, biceps and shoulders. Let's do a couple more. Lift those elbows and release. One more time. And release. Again, take your weights, give yourself a little rest here, wiggle your body out a little bit. So our palms are facing out now. Again, we're nice and tall in our chair. Now there's always options and modifications for most movements. So we're gonna bring the arms up towards the shoulder, working the biceps again, just a little bit different because our hand position is different. So what if we added some lower body movement to that? So let's start with just a tap out to the side. As you raise the legs, just tap your leg out. Doesn't matter which leg. If you'd rather just focus on the arms, that's okay. Or just focus on the legs. So what if we got a little bit more dynamic? Of course, you could stay right here. What if we actually jumped both legs out and then jumped them in? Jump them out and jump them in. Jump them out and in. That's it. Yeah, working the arms, working the legs. With a tight tummy, nice and tall in our chairs. How about 3, 2, and 1. And again, let's release it. Let's wiggle our body out. So we're going to use one weight. So you can put one weight aside. And we have our feet about hip width apart, or wherever they're comfortable. So our weight is going to be around the shoulder. Now we're going to modify into different levels here. So the first level would be just pushing the weight up. So I'm pushing it out towards an angle, maybe the corner of your ceiling, or right where your ceiling meets the wall. This would be what we would call level 2, or level 1. So let's add to this. Let's lift our heels as we press up. Lift our heels as we press up. We would call this level 2. Okay, so the challenge would be launch up off your chair and sit down. Aha, that's a surprise, isn't it? Now, I have my hand here and it's going to help me. I'm going to use it for leverage. So I'm pushing up off my chair and back down. Pushing up. So it's called a rocket launch. Yeah, we're launching ourselves up off the chair. Let's just do a couple more. And one more. And great. But guess what? We have 2 sides of the body. So here we go. So we're going to go through all 3 levels. So remember, the first level, we're just pushing, we're just using our arm. And this uses the shoulder, a lot of the shoulder, a little bit of the arm, and some of the back. And you decide how high that needs to be. Maybe you need to push lower, that's perfectly fine. So let's add that heel raise. So as we press up, heels on our toes, lift the heels. Yeah, so this would be level 2. Now I have my hand braced on my leg for some help. Now let's see if we can try that level 3. Launch up and push back down. Launch up and push down. There we go. Yeah. We're keeping that tummy tight. And launch. Let's do one more. Launch and down. That was great. If you were able to launch, that's a good job because that's a difficult exercise. Nice job. Let's just kind of wiggle around. Get a little break here. So now we're going to sit back in our chair. Again, we need to be nice and tall. And we have one weight again in our hands. And we're going to lower this weight and we're going to swing it up. We're going to lower it towards the floor and swing it up. So you decide how high you can swing your weight. Now we want to make sure when we lower the weight that our neck and our spine are nice and long. So this is what we don't want to do. We actually want to look out a little bit to keep that neck long. So what if we added to this? What if we went, woo, and we kicked our legs out? So maybe you can only kick one leg out, that's okay. You could alternate legs out or kick them both up. We're activating upper body and lower body together. Let's do one more. And just like that rocket launch, we have two sides of the body, right? So here we go. So let's start here with this reaching down and lifting. Again, you decide how high you're able to lift your weight, or whether you're not even using a weight, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's try that leg extension. Lift up and down. Lift up. Remember, we can do one leg at a time. We don't have to lift them both up. And up and down. Up. Let's do one more. And all the way down. Yay! Okay, wiggle yourself out. So I think we need a rest from the weights. So we're going to put the weights down. And we're going to get a little bit more dynamic. And that means that maybe we're going to raise our heart rate up just a little bit. Now you're going to do this at your own pace, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's see. So we've got a couple of movements and we're going to gradually get into them. The first thing is we're going to jog. We're going to jog in our chair. It's kind of like a march, marching our legs. You decide how fast your jog is going to be, but we're going to count it down. It's like this. 3, 2, 1. Watch me. Hurdle, hurdle, jog. 3, 2, 1. Hurdle, hurdle. Think of track. Think of hurdles. Hurdle, hurdle. 3. We're going to add 2, 1. Hurdle, hurdle, hop, hop. 3, 2, 1. Hurdle, hurdle, hop, hop. 3, 2, 1. Hurdle, hurdle, hop, hop. 3, 2, 1. Hurdle, hurdle, hop, hop. One more. 3, 2, 1. Hurdle, hurdle, hop, and hop. Yay! So maybe you felt your heart beating a little bit higher. That's good. Okay. Now, remember we did jumping jacks? Jack, jack, jab, jab. So let's start with the jacks first. Jack, this we did in the warm-up, so it should be familiar. Jumping jacks, jumping jacks. So let's do 2 jacks, 1 and 2. Then we lift our knee and punch. We lift our knee and punch. Again, 2 jacks, knee, punch, jack, jack, knee, punch. So maybe you can't get the knee, right? And you just punch, right? That works. Punch, punch, and jack, jack, punch, punch, and jack, jack, punch, punch. One more. Jack, jack, and punch. Yay! Wiggle out, wiggle out. Okay, how about we swim? Yay, swim. Now I want you to push all the way back into your chair. We're going to start with kicking our legs, right? You got to kick your legs to swim. Now let's think of the freestyle stroke. So we are just freestyling, kicking the legs. So we got activity happening in those legs, and look, we're using our arms and our shoulders. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, keep those legs going. Backstroke, backstroke, backstroke. Yeah, kicking the legs. Imagine being in a swimming pool or the ocean. Kick, back, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, who can do the breaststroke? So we open our legs and use those arms. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I don't know any more strokes, so that's it for me. Okay, wiggle yourself out. Good. Let's take a little break. Let's take a nice inhale and an exhale. And another inhale and an exhale. Now, speed skating, and we're talking about ice skating. So think of like the Olympics, you know, you've ever watched Eric Heiden or anybody like that. So we're gonna swing our arms and tap. Swing our arms and tap, 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 tap. So maybe the arms are just too much, so let's just tap if that's what's easier for you to do. Or maybe the legs are too much. Let's just swing. Yeah. Lots of options. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that was speed skating. Now we're going to play basketball. So watch me first. We're going to dribble, 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 shoot. Okay? So dribble, 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 shoot. Dribble, 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 shoot. Dribble, 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 shoot. Now let's get a little bit more dynamic. That would be level 1. Here's level 2. Dribble, 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 shoot. Dribble, 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 shoot. So you can stay in your chair if you'd rather, or maybe see if you can jump up off the chair. Working on our leg strength. Dribble, 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 shoot. Dribble, shoot. Dribble, dribble, dribble. How about one more? Dribble, dribble. Go for a three-pointer. Shoot. And down. Yay. Just kind of wiggle around. Ah, nice. Okay, so we're going to sit up in our chair just a tad bit. We're going to reach down for our legs. Reach for our thighs. And then reach up to the ceiling. Okay? So we're reaching, we're touching, and we reach again. We reach, we touch, and we reach. So this would be level 1. This would be level 2. Reach, touch, and up. Reach, here, and up. So we call these chair burpees. Here, here, and up. Remember, you can stay in your chair. Here, here, and up. Pushing the feet into the floor. It always helps to keep the tummy tight. Up. Let's do one more. Reach, touch, up, and down. Ooh, yay. Okay, I just want to wiggle around. So let's go ahead and find the back of our chair and get just a little stretch. This feels good. We're stretching the front of the shoulders and the chest. Tends to be a tight area. Nice. And then we're going to take our arms and we're going to place them on our legs. Now we're going to hinge forward from the hips and we're going to round the spine. Lift it up to the ceiling. Tuck your chin, look towards your navel. Go ahead and pull your navel in. So we're getting a nice stretch, the lower back and the shoulders. And then we release it and we kind of look up to the ceiling. So we would call this cat-cow, a yoga move. And here, we're doing it in a chair. Spine to ceiling, and release it. Let's do that one more time. Raise your spine up to the ceiling. Let's hold it here. Hold it here. And then release it, and let's hold it. Nice. Good job. So we also want to, in any program, kind of focus on our core a little bit, and that's what we're going to do now. So our core is our powerhouse, but our core actually is just not here. It's from our shoulders through our hips, the front and our back, and particularly the back, because we know that the back, the front and the back work together. So if we keep this strong, it helps here too. So we're going to focus on the core now. So sitting down in our chairs, sorry, I'm flipping my page, and be nice and tall. We're going to take our hands and we're going to press it on our right leg. Okay, no big deal, right? But what if we lifted that leg? We lift it off the floor and we press, and you'll feel your abdominals working. So let's press it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Felt that little activity. So switch hands. So we're pressing, we're lifting the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Okay, let's go back to the other leg. Here we are. We're pressing, we're lifting. Our hands are pushing into the leg, and the leg is pushing into the hands. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Last time. Here we go. Push and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Nice. And you felt some activity in your legs too, and in your tummy. 2 for 1. That's even better. So we're going to sit a little forward into the chair, and then we're going to lean back. So our shoulders are resting towards the back of the chair. So I'm going to take my right arm, and I'm going to sit up and lean back again. I'm going to sit up and reach and lean back. My tummy is nice and tight. I'm pulling my navel towards my spine, leaning back, keeping my spine long, reaching. So we should feel a little activity happening, not just through the front of our abdomens, but even through the side as we reach across. How about 3, 2, 1 last time, 1. Okay, are you ready to switch? Okay, situate yourself. Lean back, left arm is up, right leg comes up, reach. Now you don't have to raise that leg very high, and you don't even have to touch the leg, right? We just want to reach. And if you'd rather not lift the leg, that works too. Yeah. Here we go for 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to lean forward because this feels good when we've worked our tummies. Lean forward. So science says that this is a natural resting place that is comfortable to do, but it's also good. It helps you breathe too. So this is a good place to be when we're needing a little break. So take a nice breath. Again, we're nice and tall in our chairs. Now our arms are up, but we want to make sure our shoulders stay down. So we don't want to be here. We want to be here. And you can raise your arms just as high as you can. If they need to be here, that's perfectly fine. Or if you'd rather have them here, that works too. So we're just going to lean. Keep both our hips on the chair, both our feet on the floor. We only lean as far as we can get ourselves back up. So we're going to feel a stretch on one side as you lean, and then as we pull ourselves up, we feel a contraction. Okay, let's add to this. Adding a little knee lift kind of activates the lower abdominals. Here we go. Nice. Nice. How about 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leaning forward again, getting a little break. Now push yourself back all the way to your seat. Extend your legs, and they're kind of wide. And you're just going to slide down your leg and reach. Slide and reach, reaching down towards your heel. Reach and reach. Feeling the activity on both sides right here. That's what we're aiming for. We might feel a little bit of leg activity. If you need to keep your legs down, that's okay too. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Lean forward. Get a little break. And let's sit up again. So my arms are out, shoulder level, no higher. They could be a little lower. And I'm just going to do, we call these helicopters. So we're going to start here. Think of a helicopter. Okay, what have we added? Yeah. It helps to look towards the direction that you're twisting. You don't have to lift the leg if that's not for you right now. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lean forward. Very good. So we have started with the warm-up. We did a little bit of weight training, added some resistance. We did a little cardio to get our heart beating a little higher. And we've done some core work. So we are going to actually do a little balance work, and to do that we actually are going to stand up, but we're going to be really close to the chair, okay? So let's just kind of stand up, be right next to our chair, because we might need it. And if you would rather not and just sit in your chair, you can do some of these things probably in your chair too. So we want to think of Superman. You know how Superman likes to fly in the air? So here we're going to hold on, we're going to step forward, and we're going to lift our arm, and then we're just going to see if we can lift our leg. If it doesn't want to come up and you need it down for balance, you can. Let's see if you can lift it. And then of course, what we'd want to do is try not to use our chair to help us, right? And you just play with that. Let's see if we can do that. So let's bring ourselves all the way back to the start position. Let's step forward, holding onto the chair. Back leg is up or down, your choice. And then just release it for a second. See if you can. Yeah. And then reset. Let's do that one more time. So step forward. Lift the back leg if you can, lift the arm, see if you can balance, tummy tight, that always helps, and then release it. Nice. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to raise my outside arm, and then I'm going to tap the leg out. Okay, so far so good, right? Right? What if we lifted the leg too? What if we lifted it? So we're holding on, and then see if we can just release that. Yeah, and then bring that down. Okay, so my arm is up, my toes are tapped down, holding onto the chair, lift it up, and then release it. So let's add one more thing to this. A little bit of a challenge, so this is a challenge. Arm is out, leg is tapped down, I'm gonna lift it up. Now I'm gonna look towards my arm, and then see if you can lift your hand up for balance. Maybe, 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 maybe not. Yeah, good. That was a challenge, wasn't it? Who would thought by just changing your head position that would make such a difference? Okay, so we have our feet lined up. Our goal would be to have our toe and heel meeting together. Now, if that is not where you need to be today, we can offset our feet. So there's options here. And we're just going to hold this position, look straight ahead with our tummy tight. Your arms can be out if that helps you. They can be down. They can be on your hips, whatever. And then we're going to see if we can release the chair. And you should feel your toes grabbing for the floor. You should feel your ankles moving, your knees activated, trying to fight to find that balance, and then release it. Okay, just kind of wiggle out. Let's do that again. So we have our heel and toes together, or they're offset, whichever is going to work for you. Arms can be out anywhere it needs to be. It can be down, wherever it's comfortable. And focus with looking straight ahead. Find something to focus on. Pull your tummy tight, and then lift that arm for balance. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's hit the other side of our chair. Let's do those again on this side. So Superman. We step forward. Our foot is back, arm, lift up if you can, and then see if you can release your chair. Yeah, got to find something to focus on. That always helps. And notice you balance better on one side of the body, right? Yeah, we all do. We all do. So step forward, toe is down, arm lift up. See if you can balance. Yeah, let's do that one more time. Well, this group in here is doing really good. I'm sure you are out there too. Lift up, 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 and release it. Nice job. Okay, so we have the arm out, toe on the floor. Lift the leg if you can. See if you can balance. And then bring it in. Okay, we're holding on. We lift the leg. Find something to focus on. Yeah, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and bring it in. One more time. Toe out. Now we're going to add the head. So we're going to look and then lift. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh. Okay. So we want our toes and heels lined up or offset. Find your focus point. Pull your belly tight, maybe even squeeze your glutes. And see if you can balance. Arms can be wherever they're comfortable for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release that. Okay, let's try it again. butt up the heel and toes. Arms can be wherever. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's sit down. I think that we have done good today, and we've hit just about every part of our body. So we want to end our workout with a nice cool down. So we're going to start with our right leg extended, and we're just going to hinge from our hips, slide down the leg, and find our stretch through the back of our leg. And that's different for everybody, depending on how maybe flexible you might be. So let's flex our toes. Pull your toes towards your body and maybe drop your head or get deeper into the stretch. So you should feel a little bit more stretching. Might be a little more intense. And then slide the hands up. We're going to take that right leg, and if you can, we're going to cross it over our knee. If not, then maybe you can hold it right in front of your shin. Now, this is a stretch in itself, but if we pressed on our knee, it would be a little deeper. And then so we are feeling a lot of activity through our hip here. And most of us have nice tight hips, so to stretch them is something we all need to do. Okay, and then unwind that. So now I want you to kind of shift yourself at the edge of your chair. And I have one leg forward and I have one leg back. I'm holding onto the chair wherever it's comfortable. If you can, you want to find your foot and maybe pull it in to stretch the front of your foot. Now this is not for everybody, and if it's not for you, you just keep your toes down. So if you can grab it and stretch, great. If not, just keep that leg down. And then place the leg down onto your toes are down, and you're going to lean back so we stretch the front of this hip, right at the front of the hip. That's always a tight area too. And then nice and tall, raise your arm to the ceiling, and then make just big circles through your shoulders. Nice big circles. And we want to breathe. How about we reverse the circle? Now raise your arm up to the ceiling and then give yourself a pat. Try to look straight ahead. So this is stretching the back of your arm. You should feel a stretch there. When we release that, we're going to take our back leg and we're going to place it out. Now you can, wherever your foot is comfortable, toes could be up, it's just wherever it's comfortable. And we're going to slide down, and we should feel a stretch of the inner leg. And then we're going to reach long over the back of the chair. Reach through your fingertips and then do that again. Slide down the chair or down your leg and then reach over the chair. Reach long. Let's do it one more time. Slide down and reach over. Now hold it here, reaching long. Now place both hands on the back of the leg over it so we get a nice spinal rotation here. Nice. And then swing the legs around. Okay, got that other side. So here's our left leg extended, sliding down, finding that stretch in the back of your leg. Breathing helps. Flexing the toes, maybe getting deeper into the stretch, breathing. Sliding back up, crossing over your knee or at your shin. Pushing down if you can, and leaning forward if you can. And then unwind. So now we're going to swing around. We're on our back toes, and maybe that's where you need to stay, but if you can grab your foot for a stretch through the front of the leg, your quad, you feel lots of tightness here. Okay, lower the toes down. Lean back to stretch that hip, the front of the hip, and straighten yourself up tall. Okay, so just arm circles, circling your arm, just as big as you can. And then reverse that. Let's hold the arm up to the ceiling and then pat yourself. Give yourself a pat. Release that. Leg is out to the side. Place your foot where it's comfortable. And slide down the leg, stretching through the inner thigh, and then reaching long over your chair through your fingertips. And then again, sliding down and reaching long. Let's slide down again. And reach long. Hold it here. Reach, reach, reach. Place both hands on the back of the chair and then look over it, straight ahead. And then swing yourself around. Nice job. Let's push ourselves up. Take a breath and exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale. Take an inhale, hold it up, and just grab at the ceiling. Reach and grab, reach and grab, reach and grab, and release it. Nice job. It was so nice to be here with you today. I hope I gave you some ideas and hope that you will continue to stay active.